better for coverage purposes. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that. Then on defensive, offensive side, we're going to do the exact same thing, Ranamo. Basically, the real benefit to this play compared to the other play is, number one, you have a 3-rec hook, which is the middle linebackers in a 3-rec. So he's going to follow any crossing receivers. It's a much better version of a yellow zone than the regular hook zone. Regular hook zones don't really follow as well. But essentially, all you have to do with this play now is zone all linebackers, which is super quick and easy. And now you have one linebacker who's going to cover. He's going to cover crossers a lot better, and you have hook curls flooding the middle, which to me is a really good way to go. It's also not a bad idea to just double Mabel on both sides, which is a trick that a lot of people know about. We basically just hard flat these outside defenders. If I do this, I mean, this is my best opportunity. I want to center this guy, by the way, but this is my best opportunity. If I'm not good in coverage and I want to use a defensive lineman, I can do that. And that's something where I feel like my coverage is just going to be there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I typically, if I run a defense like this, if I'm going full coverage, a lot of times I'll basically take a defensive end and drop back with them if they're passing a lot, so I can get on some crossers as well. But you can see nothing's open. I mean, this is basically just Clam City, as Camden still almost got sacked on a 2-man rush, and he's got to take off. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to put one of these guys into a vert hook, and we'll leave one guy in a 3-rec just to show you the difference in what they do. So I'm going to go, I'm going to be over here, I'm going to be Baker, I'm just going to basically cover. This is a crossing play, which typically the vert hooks will do a little bit of a better job following. As you can see, he does right there, and then Cam's going to complete it. But let's go to the replay to see what the difference was. See, me personally, I think it's good to do the full coverage version where you have both, but let's see what the two guys did. So the vert hook, number one, this guy here, he gets beat off the line a little bit, but he follows back a lot further, which is good when it comes to cover threes, because he's covering the cover 3 seam. He's going all the way down the field. Where this guy here, the 3-rec, he's probably much better for drags. So you can see on a deep crosser, he gets to the middle, he gets to a spot, he follows it to a certain extent, but then he stops. If it was a shallower route, he would follow it a lot further. So that's something to keep in mind. But for cover 3s, it's best to have this guy, because ultimately he's just going to follow the play a lot longer and take away any cover 3 seam beaters, which is probably one of the biggest issues when it comes to cover 3. Now we have something where we should see a little bit more from this 3-rec hook. So we're going to have him in the middle, because typically he's going to run to the middle, and we don't want him to be out of position. And now you can see he follows that drag the whole way across, which is something that typical vert hooks won't do. So you really have the best of both worlds if you run this play like I'm saying. If you put both of these guys into vert hooks, you really have, you have your seams covered, because the vert hooks will follow the seam beaters. And then as long as you align this guy, you'll have any drags or any short routes covered, which is going to be the majority of plays you see. You also have the option, since there's only one receiver over here, to do something like a hard flat or a double Mabel on this side is going to be unreal, because now he's going to take away the running back, the crosser will be taken away by the tight end, and the vert hook will take away everything else. So you really have a great combination of zones to take away any type of defense or any type of offensive play. The next play is the cover 2 man. Now this play here, typically I would want to set my coaching adjustments, which you can't really do in practice, to, this is another meta move that people have been doing for a long time.
Alright, let's get the herbs, baby.
Your zones, your curl flats, or your flat, 20 to 25 yards. Like I said, I do that here. But in the game, I would do that. So basically, we'll pick the cover 2 man. We'll keep going with, we'll go with
all the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Dallas Cowboys.
We'll do the same thing. Double wide, double triangle. And that's the right game. Now we have basically, this is something people have been doing for a very long time. Like I said, this formation, you can run all the medicine. This is something that people have been doing for a very long time, where they basically just take away crossers, and this will also take away outside routes and stuff like that. Basically, leaving me with this guy here. This will be my user now. I wish it was Jerome Baker. I could flip that to make Jerome Baker my guy, because I'd rather him because of the speed. But ultimately, this is going to be the look. Now, I'm not even sure if this is messed up entirely, because the diagram is messing up now. It doesn't look like that slot receiver is going to get covered. But let's go and let's do this. Yeah, he got covered. So like I said, he had the advantage too against a slower linebacker. But you can see, not a lot of things are going to be open. And it can be a really easy setup once you get used to it. It takes 2 seconds. Just that guess and pass is another thing that I would do. Sometimes I'll use this guy. This gives myself a little bit more pressure, but in a formation like this, he could easily jump flat.
Hey, the motherfuckers coming in quick, ain't they?
Just to get back to the line of scrimmage, calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Receiver, and Cam dumps it down. So there's multiple meta options here when it comes to this formation that you can run all game. And there's more things you can do. I'm not even done yet. This is just the first thing. This is probably one of the more popular things. You see right there. But you can take that. You can get a couple yards. You're not going to get much more than that. That's the point. There's not a lot of things that are going to beat this particular defense unless you have a straight-up speed disadvantage. I was accidentally messed it up. If you have a straight speed disadvantage, you might run into some problems. I also shift my defensive line, which is something I mentioned in run defense videos. You typically, in this look, you want to shift the defensive line to the left to try to take away any inside zone possibilities. But you see, I can take away all these short things, and there's just nothing open there.
He's going to get about 7 yards on that one up to around
with everything locked down. So
this
that's pretty
defense
much
through the
that's as
pass,
good as
they
it
were
gets. Now,
fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Kind of borrow on the last concept. A lot of times I like to take this guy here, this additional blitzer, and like I said, now I'm using him as my co-responsibility. But I can also put him into a hard flat, I can also put him into a hook curl, and then, like I said, I could use this defensive end or somebody else because I don't typically care if I have 2 rushers. I'll take 2 rushers. So now I have additional defenders. I could also blitz him, so give me that 3 round again, which is obviously a superior coverage option. So that's the
Good shit, good shit. Let's roll now, let's roll now.
Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the short catch and put the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10 is counter.
Good run, good run.
Down, but not before he gets into territory. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter, so that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where they'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
They'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Good shit, good shit, good shit. 4 yards.
So now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots team on 3rd down. Back to throw.
Check out my point sponsor at AOEAH.com.
I got Beasley. Oh, we got a nice squad. We got a nice squad, fellas.
Definitely worth the applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path.
But ultimately, it's one of the better pass defenses since the pass is honestly a very good coverage. So I feel like coverage zone definitely got better. So I'm going to go and show you guys breakdown. If you guys want to see
that
what
wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball? You know, he should have touched the ball. They weren't going to make that same mistake.
Good run.
And he'll get it down this time to 17. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it?
On the offensive side, we're
on
just
that
going to
last
go
big practice
beforehand.
beforehand,
We'll go with the
you
gun
go
blocks,
through your
because
offensive
obviously it's not
script, you go
gonna
through
use
your
that.
play
So we'll go
call,
with
you
that.
go
As
through all the
always,
stuff
dude,
and
brought to you by
establish
my
things,
point sponsor
and it looks like it's going like
AOEAH.com. If
clockwork
you guys
right
want
now
to
for
get
them.
your team up and support this channel at the same time, every time you click that link in the description and get points from them, you support this channel. So I really appreciate you guys for doing that. As far as the set goes,
So
the
from
only
the
thing really
17 now, here's a
blitz
first
this
and
guy
10.
here and bring him right down this gap between the guard and center. If you come over here a little
On the
bit,
give,
sometimes
this
they'll
is
get
Singletary.
Don't let him hit you like that.
From the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
control over what you
The
want
impressive
to do.
opening
You
drive
get free.
continues, and
There
just
you
space
see
being created by those
any
guys up
additional
front.
coverage
Seeing this
adjustments I
the same
would make,
way,
I'd probably go
and
over
we
the
are
top.
seeing an
Sometimes I run
offensive
my
line
cornerbacks at 25
as this
yards so
game
I don't
gets
get deep
started,
in
as it
streaks.
starts to unfold.
I also like the
They are
base line,
dominating the
show
line of
blitz, and
scrimmage.
base the line just so the safeties come down. Because any crossers, the safeties are pretty much going to, they're going to get in the way a lot better of early throws. That's really
Facing
what
a second and
early
three,
throws
ball on its head.
this defense. Typically gets pressure pretty quick. So we go ahead and one more time.
On the handoff, Connor.
And we get a sack. A lot of times
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5
guessing
at
everybody
the
running
6.
pattern. This guy here will get
They
in
were
a lot of
telling me
times.
this yesterday. It's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground
getting
game.
instant
Yeah, remember
pressure.
our conversation?
So that's
We were
something
talking
that,
about one of the
obviously I would
GMs
take
in the
all
league
game.
has
And
told
then,
me
you have to be aware
it's a
of
big
things over
man's
the middle.
game.
I
It's
really
not
went to the
necessarily
outside.
size. He's talking about playing some big boy football.
But there's really
Line
not a
up,
lot
get
of
leverage, knock people back,
based off
and
of this pressure.
establish
Let's
the
do
run
one of
game.
those at my time. I typically want to make sure I have my fastest
They'll run
quarterback
here with
outside
Connor.
here, which I really don't.
Good shit.
Not as
So
successful
that's
as
something
he'll
to
get
be
back
aware
to the
of.
line of scrimmage and no
As
more.
long as there's one more time. I can also pinch this guy
And
with
it'll be
this
second
defensive
and
line
goal.
just to try to pull more spacing away and we get that instant pressure game.
We're
You see the quarterback
scoreless
gets hit,
after
it's a
one.
complete pass. So there's a lot of different things. The pinching really would probably
Start of
help
the
most
second
against the
quarter,
run.
and it's the
It's gonna be an
Cowboys
inside
in
run.
possession.
I keep forgetting to guess
As
pass.
they
There's
come
gonna
up
be an
now,
inside
second
run.
and goal.
That's typically going to be, where it's going to go. And the coverage streaks aren't there post patch. Like the safeties play a lot better post patch. So you see we have very good coverage over the top. I'm guessing the pressure got in here. You see we get pressure off that cornerback, but ultimately, like I said, even with these safeties pressed,
They'll try the left
playing
side
down,
with Connor.
pre-patch.
Good shit, good shit.
You see, even the cornerback is on top of it. So
They
it's
get
like he
3
tries to go
yards
top of the
closer,
street.
but
That's just
still
not there
work to
anymore.
do. It's
Cover
third
two.
and goal.
Like I said right there, like I said, cover two zone, definitely one of the better post-patch defenses. It does a much better job of taking away deep routes. Like I said, you can really go any number of gaps. You get instant A gap that time, based off the fact that we moved that blitz over.
Good shit, fellas. Good shit.
Come over this side, you can see right here. Actually, that's the A gap here. Not the A gap, it's more like the B gap, but still, he lets that guy go through and then basically pitches it back. So there's a lot of different things you can do by basically moving along the line.
Matt Gay on for the
So
extra
baseline, show
point.
this baseline is pretty much my favorite setup there. So I'll keep coming over here, and then I'll basically just guess
And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
See that cornerback comes around the running back and the tackle on that play for an instant sack. Like I said, this isn't necessarily the fastest cornerback. I said typically my fastest cornerback and my best cornerback. I don't even know if that's cornerback. That might be a
Following the
safety. I have no
touchdown,
idea
here's
what that
Gay to
is.
kick it
But on
away.
this play here, he just comes ripping around the play action and the tackle.
And no return
Looks
on
like I
this
said,
one as a fair catch is
typically
signaled
what
for
happens
and
is the
taken.
running back is on the other side, which you typically want to run this blitzer off the edge opposite the running back. He will get around that right out. You don't have to run out his blocking. So this is a 5-man on 6 blockers, and he still gets right around it. And at the end of the play, you got 2 guys blocking nobody. But baseline, show this baseline, still in the time. It doesn't really matter what gap you come down into. Like I come all the way over here, and should have the same success. It's just gonna pull the
Alright, let's play some D, fellas. Play some D.
Lightning speed again. Cam Newton doesn't stand up with Mac Jones. I'm still expecting Cam Newton to be out here. So, like I said, just really fast pressure off the blade. It doesn't matter what gap you stand in front of. I just find that, sometimes you get pressure a little bit quicker. I
On
find
the
the
ground,
most
it's
success
Jacobs to start
with
the
staying
drive.
down in the
And
gap
from the
next to this guy.
25, they work
But
this
you
to
get
the
him pretty much
29
anywhere.
and a gain of
So I got 2
4.
more plays for this team.
So
Like I
yes,
said, this
Charles,
particular play is
on
not
paper at least,
necessarily the
not the
best.
most
So
even
that play's a really
matchups.
good
Polar
blitz. It's a
opposite,
really
really.
good
I mean, on one side,
outside
you
run
got the
defense,
hottest
but
team in the
decent
league,
cornerback.
still
It's not very
unbeaten.
good
On the other
inside run
side,
defense. So you're always
a
going to want to
winless
have
squad.
that
That's
in
why
all
I
of
owe
it.
you and I owe
All
you
the
big,
setup
because
would look
you did
something
email
like
me
this.
this week to
I have
remember.
against 2. I'm going to
Any
have
given Sunday, that was a phrase you
what is
typed
that?
to
Here,
me.
for quarters,
And that's what we have
also
to
the
remember in
opening
this
Ravens
ball game, at these
in the
hours,
middle.
when you think
And
about it.
cover 2 man. Those are the 4
Unbeaten
plays
versus
I run
winless,
most.
any
As
given
far
Sunday,
as the
ain't making happen
best
in this
run
league.
defense is definitely
Why did you leave?
This is throw complete. Here to his receiver, Brown.
go ahead and have that base.
Fuck is y'all doing? Alright.
That might be exactly what they needed to wake up this
If you do that,
crowd.
you don't
They
get
haven't given
mad.
much to cheer
These
for
Saints
so
did a
far.
really good job
And
of
never
stopping the run, or at least
underestimate
playing the run
the
first,
effect
compared
home
to
crowd with
Coach
you
Tuesday
can
don't. They
have
just
on a
drop
game.
back right away.
So
So,
how
I
about
mean,
that
this is
for a
something where
changeover? They're
you
all
can
the way
basically
down
just
inside
have
the 40 now for
success
first and 10.
more if you just basically run the cover 4 and just, basically bring the safety down to the
From
box.
the
So you do a much
shotgun,
better job of
Lawrence.
stopping the run. As you can see right there, the safety comes
Throw
down the
left
field.
side
Any other
complete.
defense,
That's
safety drop
Robinson.
back right away.
He is
Cover 4,
out
they
of
walk down
bounds,
to the
but
box
down before
and
he's
basically just
inside
play
the
the run
30.
like linebackers. So this is, it's like having an additional linebacker.
It's
So you
not
just
all
want
the
to make
time
sure
that
you
the
rock
play
this
caller
cover 4 against
should
any
get all the
run.
credit.
Anybody that's running the
Sometimes
ball
I
a lot,
think the
have
other
this in your
quarterback just
arsenal.
says, hey, who's
So
going to
we're
make
going
a
to do
play
it again.
for me? I
Baseline,
just need something
show this
right here.
baseline.
And the end result
Shift
there,
your defense to
nice
that
first
side too,
down.
because if it's going to be a run, it's going to be an inside zone or something like that.
He's going to
Like I
take
said,
a
you just
shot
have
for
the
the
safety
end
just play the
zone.
run much better. So
And
it's one of the better run
incomplete on the
defenses
deep
in a very
ball.
pass-heavy defensive
They've given up a
package.
few
So
first
one
downs
thing
on
that's
this
cool,
drive,
you
but
guys
getting
want to
the
see more
incompletion
defensive
there,
plays
that should
like
give them
this
something
out
to
of the
build on
Dolphins
and
ebook
maybe
on
turn the
YouTube. Hit
tide.
the like button, let me know in the comment section. Other than that, thanks for watching, man. My shit out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team.
Second and
Where you can
10.
get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.
Now Lawrence. Caught out left side by Robinson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They still can't get it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Good D, fellas. One more time.
They did allow him to drive all the way down.
One more time.
To the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They struggle to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He's going to
Fuck,
have
good shit.
It's complete.
Welcome back,
Yeah, the
buddy.
Patriots are going to have first and goal as they try to finish
got
off
some
this drive
defensive
with
plays
6
for you guys
points.
today. Some blitzes and some base defenses that I've been
Jacobs.
seeing a lot online. I've been running a lot online,
And he
and I've been having a lot of
is
success.
Okay.
The blitz is something that I came up with, but I saw
Okay.
this place because I saw it was just everywhere. It seems like one of the better defensive formations this year, and that formation is the 3-3-5 odd. Now, the plays I was the
passing game that got him down here, but
sky,
closer to the
but
goal
I
line,
personally
it's the
don't use
running
that.
game
I
that
started
gets
using
him
this
home.
formation because I saw people running that against me and having success, but I'm going to show you guys a lot of different plays in this formation that I think that really create a very strong scheme. If you guys want to see more defensive plays, as always, do
And we have a tie here in the second quarter.
but for now, let's go ahead and get right into the video. I'm going to start off with probably my favorite play.
Let's get some points on the board. Let's get a touchdown.
So I'm going to go with the
And don't leave shit on the clock.
Show 4. This is something that works in a lot of different ways. I'm going to use it. I'm going to get instant pressure. And I'm going to get a lot of sacks. Let's go and pick that on the defensive side, or the offensive side, I should say, rather. We're just going to go with something in shotgun. I'd like to go random gun, but I'm probably getting a lot of pass plays. So let's just go with something that a lot of people use. This is something here. Let's go with the level sail, which obviously is one of the more popular formations and plays. We'll mix it up. Let's go random trips to flex. So now, as far as the defense goes, like I said, it's cover 3. I run a lot of people cover 3. That was one of the reasons that I decided to kind of mess around with this. But I'd much rather try to create pressure than just run cover 3 basic. So all I'm going to do here is
My fault, fellas. My fault. Don't fuck up.
sides, then I'm going to slant them to the right as well, and then I'm just going to basically, this guy here, he's out kind of far, I'm going to cheat him a little bit, but I basically want to take one of
Don't
these
fuck up.
players Typically, I take
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go.
That was definitely a fuck up. Back to back.
I'm just going to basically put him on a blitz and bring him to the gap. I'm also going to make sure that I get pass, or that I just think that helps him, makes him get after the quarterback, they don't fight on play action, stuff like that. This is pretty much it. I'm going to try to basically shoot this gap and basically
Third fuck up.
to the side as possible.
All right.
And the pressure came down to the very quick. So let's go to the replay to see what happens. But you can see when I do this, it's kind of I got something that wasn't really planned at this stage. But like I said, the whole point is to get this cornerback a free run. Now, I also want to make sure I have my fastest guy there. For whatever reason, it typically is, but it's not right now. Like online when I play what, I typically have Jalen Ramsey, who's my best cornerback, running that, but for whatever reason he's not. So I'll probably switch that out for a speed guy because he seemed to come in a little bit slow, a little bit faster. He probably would have had that sack. But you can see at the end of the day, it's a 4-man, 5 protection blitz. If I get disengaged, I'm going to have the guy coming free. So we're going to do that again. Like I said, slide to the right, slide them to the right as far as their attack lanes. And typically when this cornerback, I'm going to bring him in a little bit. I'm going to cheat him in because he's kind of far out. If I do decide to bring this guy down, which is typically the guy that I like to do, I got to make sure I bring his safety over. That's probably the biggest thing. I probably want him in the center of the field. If I decide to bring this guy down, it's going to create problems for the deep safety because he's out of position. So so much do that.
I'll take that though.
To get into the throwing lanes, or I could just decide to use the other guy. The pressure comes on the other side this time. So you can see there's a lot of opportunities for pressure as we go to the instant replay. Like I said, I typically want this guy over here to get the pressure, but obviously I didn't pull the line that time. So you can see here this guy on the other side comes in free. And he's getting to the rush. Now, once again, I have to engage the offense, but you can see how easy it is to get pressure on both sides of the field when it comes to this blitz. So we'll do it again. I'm going to continue to go with Baker because I think he's probably better than two. Like I said, I just want to sneak this guy in a little bit. I don't want to bring him over too much to the point where he's going to get picked up. But this is pretty much the look. So like I said, I will start over here. I never tried starting over here. Let's do that on this play. Let's see what happens if I start all the way over here. If I can bring all these guys over. Get that guy on the
Go out.
So maybe I'm going to go over.
It's Jacobs.
I run this blitz. The way that I run this blitz, I'll go back to the replay. The way that I run it, I typically start over the center, but it looked like it worked out even better if I stayed over there. I didn't have to engage. You see that time? Look how the guard just basically follows me. 71 here. He follows me because he's expecting something.
It's only 3. It's only 3.
I never got picked
That was all 3.
I never got such a this is probably a better way to run it. So we're going to do that again. I didn't really do that corner but I just leave it out there. Okay, so this is a blitz I've been running. I've been having success with it, but even, the game didn't new to me. It just came out. So I didn't even have all the wrinkles figured out. Now, doing all this is not going to be great. You see it there, the guard gets lost in the
About set for this next drive by the
doing all this
Cowboys
is not going to be
offense.
great against
And
the
they've got
run.
less
That's
than
the
30
only real
seconds to
downside
go
to this
here, so
setup.
not a lot of
Because
time to
basically,
work
if you're in a shotgun like this, there's
They
only
go
really
back to the air here after the
Ooh.
obviously there's a huge gap in the guard, and then obviously you can also take it outside, but this is basically...
Yeah, that was terrible. Stop throwing the ball, bro.
defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He didn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
So this is
We did too much, fellas. We did too much.
similar to the 3-5 cover 3 style that I was seeing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kicks away.
It's an upgrade. So that would be my first play that I put in my adjustments. I typically would take this one out, and then I would put, where we at? I would put, can't find it better. There we go. I put that in my
Set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
My third play,
As they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
Now, this trick
And
here,
defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him
It
down.
works really well this
Now the
game.
Cowboys
All I
going
really
to
want
burn
to
the
do
first of their
is zone all
timeouts.
linebackers.
As
That's
they'll
basically
stop the
to
clock
give me
with
a
12
ton
seconds
of
to go in this
mid-tier
first
coverage
half.
which is going to work well with the scheme because of the pressure package that it comes with. So if I set it up, I try to make it look like I'm doing the exact same
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Bring this quarterback in and make it look like he's going to come in off the edge. I can bring this guy down, just the same way. Just to make it look like all these things are setting up for the exact same play.
He goes down. It's a Patriot sack. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So we reach halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman running with our EA Sports halftime report.
Because you have 3 guys in the middle here, you can put these guys in the hard flats. You can put,
all right, Coach.
Ooh, we don't get the ball. Ooh, I fucked that up, fellas.
He's going to throw to the flats.
I definitely fucked that up. All right, play some defense. They ain't doing shit.
Let's take it in at the goal line. And these guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
And basically just take away everything.
You got this.
Like I said, we're going to do this one more time. It really seems like Cam and Patriots are running the exact same play over and over. And
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On 2nd and 7.
Baby.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. A first down and more for Jacobs. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
61, match box, play. Hey, hold it.
From the 44, Lawrence. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Looking for Campbell downfield, and that is incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
A 2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter action from Foxborough. It's a throw again as Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down, It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Game, but he gets past him a little bit. It's still a very good run defense. If you're giving up,
I'll see you in a minute, baby.
This is exactly what that gave up. You're going to have a very good run defense, and people want to give up on it.
All right. No more interruptions.
Since we know it's an inside time, we could always
They'll stay on the
do a
ground
shift,
with counter
too,
again.
which is something
They'll
that
take this one only up to about his 13-yard
That's
line.
probably
3
something that
yards on
anytime
the
I come
pickup,
out
that's going to set up an interesting
when
third
I
and
say
about 4
shotgun,
to
I typically
go.
shift the line because inside zone is really the only option. So you can do that and give yourself a little bit of advantage too. And now you can see what he said. You're really giving up minimal gains at best. So that's the video. You guys will see more defense in these videos, more videos like this.
Watson down to throw.
Section. Other than that, thanks for watching.
Ooh, you got to go for it, though.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really hasn't been here. His defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is away, but boy,
Terrible Cook.
And this one goes sailing out of bounds.
Bam.
And cross. Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
All right. Still going to be 2.
What's good? It's your boy USAL Warhawk coming at you with the first Madden 22 mini blitz scheme of the year. Today we're going to be in the 2-4-5 formation, guys. Something I dabbled with at the end of last year.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football. Worked so hard to get his feet down inbounds, trying to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
That he is.
How about that? What about Young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right
We're
there.
going to call bunch wide flags, 83 halfback twos. Sure.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. They'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
3 buzz, speed press, and overload 3 seam. Now we're in the triple. Those of y'all who watch the video, you already know how to set this stuff up. Link will be somewhere on the screen for this video, as well as the link to the triple video, guys, if y'all want to take a look at that afterwards. And so it's pretty simple.
Lawrence going to throw again.
Y'all can pause the video, set your audio.
They will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area and he just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out.
And then I'm going to shift my whole line.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
Still got time to run? Nah. Gotta start passing this bitch.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
X or square on the PlayStation, X on the Xbox, move your D-pad to the left, LB3.
We got the squad, though.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
4-5. With the 6th person, boom. Here are Warhawk. He has the running back. You can check it down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I can just come back, and then J.J. Watt comes in. And then boom,
on first down, Connor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Don't want to move. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 77 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
And then he comes in and J.J.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
When you think about the strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Can we get him?
Here's Watson.
Pass interference.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Patriots are going to take over.
I will accept that.
At their own 5-yard line.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. Now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And he'll take it.
There we go, baby.
For a Cowboy touchdown.
James Conner,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Now,
Play some defense.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
Play some defense. We got this. And blaze up, though, coach.
Pretty much almost always know that the Eagles going to be in the middle, even with how bad the movie is. Some people may try to cheat towards one route or another, but
the Pats at the line, ready to go. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Jesus, 2nd half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My skill coach used to say that all the time.
I see.
Indeed means action.
Regardless if we're going to slide outside, whether we slide right,
now Lawrence on first down.
Gets this to Campbell out on the right
good
side.
shit.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots.
We need a pick, fellas. We need a pick.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high, the tensions are the same. Who can control
Yep, that'll
the
do
best
it.
could ultimately win it.
we're going to stand right here.
That will do it.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
No matter what, these guys are hungry.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game. Trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Working with a 2nd and 3. The option to give to Williams here. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
It's still going to holler at him. It's still going to holler at him, guys. It doesn't matter. It just comes in
Fourth
faster.
quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Boom. Crash up. Slant outside.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Yes, it will. But everything is bad. Everything is bad. And so, when they block the running back, because you'll know. Because I'm showing you right now what's going to stop it. When they block the running back, you're like, oh no, we can't have that slant to the side of the running back.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
To the side of the running back. Bada boom. And it's going to holler, guys. It's going to holler. That's our adjustment to the adjustment. Hopefully y'all enjoyed Pin 0, and I'll see y'all on the other side with our next videos.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Can officially salt this one away. They'll run it with Jacobs. Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Because if they're running this way,
Tucker now to add the point after.
It's all right, fellas. We'll be in the winning column next week. Oh, no, we got to bye. But, well, next time we back on them sticks. We will get a dub.
Tucker down to kick it away following the touchdown.
And as you can see, depending on where we stand,
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They begin on the ground here with Connor. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Watson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Eli Apple. And the Pats are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Tremendous play right there by Eli Apple, sealing the game with that interception for his team. I bet that'll make his mom, Annie, really happy.
Absolutely making Annie proud. He was born in Philadelphia. Tough kid from the city of brotherly love, and a tough play there to seal it. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Thompson, stand right here. Starima. So it's coming in regardless, guys. The last bit is my favorite bit. I'll see y'all in the next installment of this video so we can wrap
backed up now from their own 4 as they come up second down. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Super particular.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting.
All right. We did all right, though. We'll be back.
Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Pats, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.
He comes right on down. Move him right there. Right on the D-pad. Flick right on the right stick. We're going to stand right there. Touch the offensive line. It's definitely going to come in. Bada bing, bada boom. And that, it just comes in. And that's without slanting. I didn't forget to, but that's without it. Slant inside,